about you. Of course, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button as well if you do resonate with my reading. It tells the YouTube algorithm that you want to see future readings, and also it lets me know that you resonated. But yes, let's jump in. Let's start with the general energy first. Okay, we already got cards flying. General energy around my Taurus yang. So immediately what I'm picking up on, so the cards I have the Three of Swords, Temperance, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So the general energy I'm seeing, Taurus, it's going into you tapping into a level of success after seeing that, just because things didn't play out the way that you may have envisioned or the way that you may have thought it was, doesn't necessarily mean that you're not on the path of success. Our capacity in terms of seeing things, in terms of how they play out in the future, is always going to be limited. So just because you may have an idea of how things are supposed to go in terms of how you get from point A to point B to C to all the way to Z, in you holding on to that does you so much of a disservice. And I think that this week is going to kind of show you that sometimes when we hold on to the idea of how things are supposed to happen, or the idea in us knowing how everything's supposed to play out, does nothing but create this like doubt or this hurt in the end, but also blinds us from the bigger picture. Because I mean, I have the Six of Wands and the Three of Swords here in the same reading. So the only thing that's pulling you away from the path of success is your own beliefs around you being on the wrong path or things not working out for you. Also, if there has been just certain disappointments, past tense, that maybe you expected you and someone to make it further in terms of the relationship, but maybe they were lacking in consistency, or there were certain arguments that just kept coming up because it was just not being dealt with. In the end, it really goes to knowing that if it's meant to be, it will be. And this week is about accepting and being in a space of being patient in terms of your process. Also, if you've been a little bit distracted, or you've been in this energy of just kind of feeling down, I think that this week your energy is going to do like a complete 180 actually, where you start to just get back into the flow of doing certain things, or like get back into a routine that could make you feel good, or get back into a routine of like focusing on the things that you really care about or that are really important to you. And the focus could completely shift from being like hurt, disappointed in how something played out, to more so like, okay, let me focus on what's next. Let me focus on what I can do to kind of control my situation. All right, Taurus, what's the energy around the advice for the next couple of days? So the advice, I have the Devil, we have the Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So the advice, definitely don't give into temptation that could take you back into spaces that don't feel good. This could be temptation to entertain somebody who you know to be like very negative, to be very toxic, not entertaining any habits that could consist of just kind of staying like cooped up in your own energy in a way where it's not conducive. This could even be like substance abuse. It's staying away from any form of temptation or anything that just puts you in a negative energy or in a negative space. With the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Swords here, this is a time where you need to be a lot more confident in regards to what you have to offer. Some of you have been limiting yourself in terms of wanting to maybe create content, for example, or wanting to be an entrepreneur, or wanting to do this, wanting to do that. But the only thing that's stopping you is your own limitations, the ones that you could be telling yourself that you're under. Like, oh, am I capable of making money from that? Am I capable? Like, yes, if you actually did apply yourself, if you believe that you were. I think that there's just certain things that are talking you out of what you could really excel in, or what you could really find a level of confidence in if you allowed yourself to maybe push the limit a little bit. Another thing to Or another piece of advice, anything you've been putting off, like paperwork, like anything of importance, this is the time where you want to proactively address it and not keep putting it off, not keep putting it off to the side. Now, what are you unaware of? What are my Taurus unaware of at the moment? So I have the Two of Cups, I have the Nine of Cups, I have the Eight of Cups, and I have the Magician. So what you may be unaware of, for a lot of you, and this is for my singles, for a lot of you could be thinking that you're craving a relationship, but that's not really what you're looking for. I think that you're looking to foster a better relationship with yourself, but the outside relationship that you could be trying to foster with someone else could be like a distraction or something that's keeping you from, again, getting to more of a balanced place internally, especially if it's more of in a, like, I need a relationship. Where's my, if it's that type of energy, what you could be unaware of is that maybe you're really wanting to create more of a deeper relationship or a level of trust within self. And I think outside relationships is like more so a distraction or something you could be thinking is going to, like, I don't know, balance things out, but it's not. It's not until you foster that relationship with yourself, that level of trust with yourself. How can you really trust anybody if you don't really trust yourself in terms of being able to discern through people? How can you love somebody else if you put yourself on the back burner for other people for the sake of their happiness, but not for the sake of your own? So that's like another thing that some of you may be unaware of. Another thing you may be unaware of is that a lot of you are getting really close to accomplishing like some big goals here. But the fact that maybe a piece of you is wanting to give up before you really get there could be like a mistake. So stay away from the thoughts that are pulling you to be like, I should give up, I should stop because I may not be successful. That is the devil. This is not the time to be giving up. This is not the time to be quitting. Okay, anytime you feel like you want to quit on yourself or give up, you need to go a little bit harder because that means you're getting real close. So what you may be unaware of is you're right about to reach that point. And for a lot of you too, you're waiting for outside results to tell you that you're doing a good job. And that could be making you want to quit something that you really love to do. And the more that you do that, and the more that you like are constantly living in the future and waiting for outside results to tell you that you should keep going, the more that you're going to feel like you need to quit doing something, or you need to quit trying to like manifest certain things into your life, which isn't necessarily true. Okay. What's the energy around what is the challenge my Taurus are having to combat or work through over the next couple of days? So we got the Two of Wands, we got the Lovers, we got the Star card, and we have the Page of Cups. So the challenge you're having to essentially, or challenges that you're having to work through during this time frame, going out of your comfort zone, or the fear of going out of your comfort zone, is a big one. Because the Two of Wands is like, okay, I'm willing to explore, I'm willing to see what's out there. In reverse, it's like, should I? Am I really ready for that? So I guess getting yourself ready to go out of your comfort zone is one of the bigger things. With the Fool card, again, this is another card about taking a leap of faith, going out of your comfort zone. The Star card is about having faith, having a level of belief. The Page of Cups is, again, exploring new things. So I think the biggest challenge is being accustomed to, or not accustomed, but allowing yourself to go out of your comfort zone. Creatively, romantically, and not trying to be in control in terms of how that plays out. Like going with the flow. All right, let's look at this deck. What is the general energy around my Taurus? We have water, which represents surrender. So this literally goes right back into what I was just talking about. The energy of surrendering is not giving up. A lot of people, when they hear the word surrender, it's oh, I have to give up. No. Surrendering has different meanings. In this context, what I mean by surrender, or what this card means by surrender, this is surrendering the need to have a tight grip on everything. Because Not only does like trying to control the circumstances of how things play out cause us to regret or like beat ourselves down if it doesn't work out down the line, but it also creates this like inability to really trust ourselves, because the second that things don't work out, now it's okay, all of this is my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. It creates this energy of mistrust, when it's so much easier to just kind of go with the flow and surrender to the process itself instead of trying to be in control, because it's always going to lead to disappointment. Also, this is talking about like letting go, releasing certain emotions that don't really serve you, or like letting your feelings be expressed. Some of you have been letting certain emotions bottle up, or you haven't been giving yourself any space to feel. I have unlimited potential. We have bees, which represents community. We have dice, which represents chance. And we have knot, which represents relationships. So yes, unlimited potential. Like I said, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. So surrendering to the process, knowing that there is no need for you to have a tight grip on everything, especially when it comes to relationships too. I think in you taking chances on certain individuals and not automatically writing certain people off is also going to do you a big one. Because some of you have been like too quick to cut off certain people just out of fear of them doing you wrong. This week is interesting. I hope that I gave you some context as to what's going on. If you did enjoy this reading, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe. And I do wish my Taurus the best of luck, okay? I will talk to you later.